Hello and welcome back to The Broken Doll. And this is Tammy here, welcoming you back. And I just want to tell you I am back now. Going to start making some videos up here. It's about time I get my act together here. I was talking to my daughter and I asked her, I said, can I tell them what happened to you? Because there's some wonderful people on here on my channel that were praying for you and were giving kind words of regards to your health. And she said, yes, go ahead. I can tell what was going on with her. Before I do, I just want to show you, this is a flapper doll from the 1920s. Maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later, but in that realm of time. I was given this doll to restore and bring her back to the beauty that she once held. So I repainted her and I got her a new wig on her today. It's gluing right now. So she's looking gorgeous, I think. I think she's just looking beautiful. So anyhow, what was wrong with my daughter and why did it take me away from the doll world while I'm and making videos? Well, my daughter, back when she was about 19, 20 years of age, she's going to be 33 coming up on the 15th of this month. This is her birthday month. She had a cyst that grew on one of her ovaries. And it was so big, it was like a big football. And I saw when they took out her ovary, at the doctor's meeting that we went back to, he showed it to us on a screen on his computer, and it was the size of a football. It was huge in her, and she's a tiny little thing. She's not built like her mama's side of the family. She's built more like my husband's side of the family. And the women are tiny there. Now we have some tiny ones in our family as well, but we seem to build big women, you know, on my mother and my dad's side of the family, which with the odd small lady in there. But my husband's side, it's very much tiny women. It's just a set thing there. They're not big gals. So anyway, she seemed to develop that side, my husband's side of the family. And so anyways, this also, just to let you know, when she was 17, 18 years old, she also developed type 1 diabetes. She was a juvenile diabetic. I have two sons as well. My oldest son also developed at 11 years of age type 1 diabetes. And he almost died from it, but the good Lord saved him, and we have him today with us. But here we are with my daughter with her problem that she had, and we thought it was done and over, but no, she's developed it on the other side of her other ovary, where she had a cyst growing on her ovary. And when we went to the hospital, it was at 14 centimeters, which is a little bit over 6 inches, I think it is. And if we were to look, let's see, I have my wonderful little we were to look at 14 centimeters. This is, ooh, let me see if I can go out. There we go. 14 centimeters. There it is right there, which is about, yeah, no, oh, it's not quite 6 inches. Just a little off from 6 inches. Well, it grew to 18 inches, which is about 7 inches. 18 centimeters. And that's about 7, if you can see that, that's about 18 is about 7 centimeters. So 7 inches, I mean. 18 centimeters is 7 inches. There we go. But anyway, that was upside down. But anyhow, you can see that. So it grew, and it was laying on top of her bladder, which meant to go to the washroom, she couldn't go anymore. She couldn't urinate very well. It was getting harder and harder for her to urinate, and the pain was horrific. And so finally, the gynecologist said, we're going to drain it. And we went 4 times to the Emerge, and they had to give her such strong pain medication that it was really concerning me, because it was a lot in such a little length of time. Within about 4 or 5 days, she had a lot shoved into her. We just kept going back. And finally, a gynecologist came in and said, we are going to drain the thing. So they drained it. Now, the next day, she was on her bicycle. Now, not to say that she was riding wild around the city. No, she wasn't. She was riding just around the corner to little corner places. We don't live far. Just down the street, we go around the corner. There's a lot of little stores there we can get into, like a little dollar store, a thrift store, a grocery store. That's what I'm talking about. It's just a short bike ride down the street. But to go to the big store, she can't do that even still today, right now, because her strength she's building it back up. So anyhow, once they drained it, her life came back, but the only problem is that all these opioids that they put into her, all the strong pain medication took over her as well. And so, yeah, one problem was cured, but another problem is the you know, and she wasn't heavily hooked on them, but it was there. And we had to work with her for the next 2 weeks, just getting that under control. Her eating was off, and when you're a type 1 diabetic, it all starts to affect you. And she got her ability to urinate again, and it's like everything was starting to work, but she had other problems, like I say, coming off the drugs and everything, the pain medications. And we got through that, and now her weight is still under, but it's coming. Now she's starting to eat better. We went out to a restaurant today, we ate. We went out to see The Little Mermaid yesterday. So life is starting to return to some normalcy here. We're starting to become normal again. She's caring for her animals, things that were not important to her during this, I had to take care of. So I get this tunnel vision. When somebody's sick in my family like that, you start going into tunnel vision. What's important to you? The dolls are not all of a sudden. You're zooming in on the problem in your family. And that was my daughter at the time. So anyhow, seeing how she was and everything, getting her under control, helping her through this was a big part of all my energy. And it even brought me down along the way as well, in the mental fact as well. Not taking care of myself, because you're just zooming in on this. Many of you probably can relate to it. You might have been in some type of a problem in your life where it takes over your life like that, and nothing to the left or to the right means anything. You're just working on the problem. So anyhow, as that may be, she's doing great, and we want to say thank you to all those who prayed for her, who gave kind words in regards to her health. She's doing great right now. Now, the only thing is that she's going to have to have that last ovary out, which is sad, because she hasn't had any children. And so, but one of the things they're going to do is to save some of her eggs, and maybe later she might be able to still carry a child. You know, but the biggest thing is that this thing could fill up again, and we could be right back to square one again. It's not gone. We haven't cured the problem. All we've done is delayed the problem till we can get her operated on. We are just riding the waves of this right now, and right now we're doing great, and that's all I can say. Today is wonderful. Tomorrow is another time that we'll have to talk about if it starts to fill up on her again. She'll just have to have it drained until we can get her to have this operation. She's on a wait, and with summer they close down a lot of operations here. It's not at full tilt. I don't understand why it isn't. It should be, regardless, but this is how our system works here. I could get into it. It will just anger me. But anyhow, we move forward. I don't want to digress, but there we go. Now, this doll here in front of you is a flapper doll that was given to me to fix up for a lady. And I have painted her. She came to me in very rough shape. All I thought I was going to have to do is put a better wig on her, just brush her up a little bit. No, I had to take her and strip her right down. Her face and her hands were full of a wood filler. And a lot of her dimensions of her face were just hidden in this with having wood filler. It was all up in her nose area, all up in that area. Her hands were full of it. I had to sit at her face and just dig it out. And now we see the dimensions of her nose. She's got this nice, sharp, beautiful nose. I've looked at some of the flapper dolls that are on eBay, and they seem to all have that look where they put filler on their face. So this is something I think they did, and they rounded everything off. And I'm like, no, let's have the dimensions of her face show. Crevices, little creases in her face were not even available because, or visible, I want to say, on her face because of this wood filler was there. And I dug it all out, and now we got little creases on her face that I can see now that you couldn't see before. And just the sharpness of her nose, to give her a profile here, her nose was very, very rounded, just very, and now you can see the sharpness of her nose. You can see the cheeks. You can see all those lines of the cheek and everything. I think she's beautiful. So anyways, I got more videos coming. I want to say I also sewed her up a skirt. I'm now working on her blouse, and I don't know if I showed it to you here. There's her skirt. She's got a nice strawberry pattern skirt. Whoa, there it is right there. Anyways, there's her skirt, and she's doing wonderful. I am very happy with her. I'm going to be doing some more videos coming up here where I will be showing you. I got some. Let me just put it this way. I've got some things coming up that I'm going to show you and talk to you about. So I hope you come back. I'm going to be making these up tomorrow, so stay tuned. There is more coming. And I want to just say to you, I thank you for the prayers for my daughter. Thank you for the kind words, the encouragement, the thinking of us and everything. You let me use an old word, a word that I haven't heard much, but you guys were swell. There we go. Just swell. But I do appreciate it all, though. I've been wanting to make videos. I'm starting to come back to my life now where I can think about other things, and that's my dolls, and to start sharing them again. So join me coming up here. I got some fantastic videos coming up. I want to show you. I'm excited about them. And so anyways, have a great night. It's nighttime here, so it is 20 to 12. So have a great night. If you're watching this in the morning, have a great day, everybody. And we'll be talking to you soon again. Bye-bye.